Hello everybody, my name is SkillsXKills27 and welcome back to some more Minecraft Agrarian Skies. Now I know this isn't the world that we've been playing on for the past little bit, but it's a new world and it's a new season of Agrarian Skies. Now, I do have roughly let's see. Let me just check here. I've got about 10 episodes pre-recorded for Agrarian Skies Season 1. So I figured, well, I think I should continue Agrarian Skies Season 1 until we get to that point. Or I could just completely end it and start the new world life with this. But, I mean, it's up to you guys. Whatever you want. Let me know in the comments section below what you guys want to know or what you guys want to watch. I mean, I know I don't have very many people watching this, but if you have been watching my old Agrarian Skies series, which has like 4 episodes out by this point or something, um, definitely make sure that you let me know if you want me to continue both series, or you want me to just do this series, or you want me to just do the other series, or what your opinion is. I mean, even let me know if you don't care, just because then I know that somebody's out there talking about stuff and doing stuff with me. So, but yeah, welcome back. Now, today we are going to end. First off, I would like to address something real quick before we jump into this. I would like to apologize to all of you who have been expecting a video this week. You'll notice soon, very soon, I will have my Agrarian, or not my, I'll have my channel trailer out. And at the end of my channel trailer, I tell you that I'm only going to be uploading one video a day now. Okay? And I know it's sad to think about. I'm only uploading one video a day, but that's just the way it is. That's the way it always was. So, I mean, just get used to it, right? That's the way it was. Just instead of having a fixed schedule, like we're going to have this episode this on Monday, and this episode on Tuesday, and this episode on Wednesday, instead of doing that fixed schedule, we're actually going to do just something random, like whatever I feel like uploading that day, because I'm just too busy to have this fixed schedule going on. Because what ends up happening is, like, the vanilla episodes that I've been posting have taken a very long time to record, and then I've run out of time to do anything else, and I'm supposed to try to record multiple videos a day, not just one video, because that way I can get ahead of myself and get ahead of my schedule. But it hasn't been working because of specific series not working out the way they're supposed to. So yeah, so that's what's gonna happen. Just for those of you who wanted to know. I know not very many of you really would care very much, but I care. So anyway, but let's jump into Agrarians, guys. Now, because we've done this series already, and because we're already up to like 10 episodes, I want to just do a bunch of stuff off camera. Okay, so let's just claim this reward. But for those of you who have never seen this series before and you're new to this series, go check out Season 1, because I do a lot of this stuff on camera. Now, of course, I will be doing all these objectives off camera, but I will get them on camera. So stuff that we've never done before, then I'll do them obviously on camera. But stuff like this, I mean, really, like, it gets really boring. I'll admit it does. It gets pretty boring. So, but yeah, pretty cool, right? Now, the way that this is laid out for us, there's this hardcore questing, or this quest book from the hardcore questing mod, and basically what this mod allows us to do is it allows us to do challenges and to input these challenges into things and get rewards from it. Now, it also gives us full hearts, which equals a life. So now I have 3 lives, and I have a reward bag, which I will open, and gives me a woven digger's backpack, a forester's backpack, a blah 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 blah. Wow, that was a good one. What? Wait, what? Oh, this must be like a B one. Adventurers, hunters, builders, and blah blah blah. So we got the diggers, we got the foresters. Oh, that was a really nice bag actually. But yeah, because that bag was just kind of random. It worked out pretty well. So that's pretty cool. But yeah. Anyway, so the way this, well, if you want to read through the story, you just right click to go backwards. You can click this, and it should play if I have my game sound on. Then it'll play. Or not. Maybe. Oh yeah, it did.
It has been a horrible
There
2
we go.
years. Code Wizards meddled in the balance of
So yeah, if you want to read that, then go ahead and read it yourself. I'm just not going to waste on-camera time doing it. Just because, I mean, I can be doing other stuff on camera. That is a lot more useful than this, so. And I did waste quite a bit of time there, talking and stuff, so I'm going to get at it. I'm going to get going, and hopefully we can get 1 or 2 challenges done today. All we need to do is click here to start, and we go to Learning to Skyblock, open it. And now we've completed the 3 using the book challenges, and now we can get to this one. So this one we're going to need quite a bit of wood for, so why don't we go ahead and do that. And I like to save my bone meal a lot, so that I can actually get some stuff done. I like to save my bone meal so that just because it helps in the future, because then, like, you do need a lot of bone meal in the future. So, but of course there are the occasional times when you have to actually use your bone meal. So I mean, you pick your winners or whatever. I don't know what that expression is, but yeah. Anyway, so I've been rambling on a lot, so why don't we just get into this? Start doing this. Now what I'm using right now is a sieve, or not a sieve, a crook. And as you saw, I crafted the crook while I was rambling on about my schedule and stuff. And the crook, it gives you a higher % chance of getting saplings, apples, and also gives you a chance of getting something called a silkworm. Okay, and the silkworms are actually really good for you because they'll actually, you can cook them first off and get food, which is one of the major parts of this challenge. But another thing you can get is you can infect a tree. You can infect a tree's leaves with the silkworms, and hopefully get some string from it if you use the crook again. But remember though, if you don't use the crook, then you're not going to get any more silkworms. And silkworms, it's not a choice. You actually have to get the silkworms. So that's the way it is. Now this Forester's backpack is going to be pretty nice. This is going to be really nice for storing stuff. This can be really good for storage. We've got hunters, adventurers. We got all kinds of good stuff that we can use with these beautiful backpacks, which give us lots of inventory slots, which is good. Which is good to go. Now, I think I turned game sound off, which is good. I like turning it off. But anyway, let's get jumping into this some more. What we're actually going to need to do is we're going to need to get a bunch of sticks and get a bunch of these blank patterns, and then put a blank pattern on top of that. Get a crafting bench and put a blank pattern on top of that, and just gonna need a little bit more wood to get this done. Wait, did we just... Nice! Nice! We got a nice large tree. It's very good to have. Now, I heard like a big... Wow, that was weird. Sounded like there was lightning outside in real life, but there wasn't, so I don't know what that sound was, but... Anyway, then we can just go ahead and put a pattern on top of you and do that, and then we can go ahead and create a chest like a so, and go ahead and place our... I want to put all our crafting stuff inside for now, just because monsters may come out in the night and try to murder us, which will be not good. Yay! So now that chest we can use to craft stuff with. And then along the back wall, I'm going to want to place down all my tool stations and such down there, and that looks really good. Now, I'm going to have to go back here, and pardon me for my sniffles and any weird noises that end up coming out of my nose, because I do have a cold right now. I've had a cold for the past few days, and that was one of the main reasons why I wasn't recording, because last time I recorded with a cold, well, let's just say bad things happened. Let's just say it didn't end up working out very well for me. So, I'm definitely trying not to record as much with the cold, and because it's going away, it's been working out very well for me. So, yeah. This forester's backpack is probably going to get kind of annoying, I bet. Okay, so do we need more wood? Yes, we do. And we just make some slabs, and as many barrels as we possibly can. Oops. Boop. 3 is enough. We're going to put 1 inside here and 2 outside to collect rain. Put 1 there and 1 over here. Why not? Just random spots for them, and I'd like to actually get a few more pieces of wood, because I know in the long run we're going to need clay, and I know that with that clay comes with that clay we end up getting we end up needing water, and 3 barrels is enough. So when they say, I mean, if you read the questing book, it'll talk about how you should get 3 barrels and put them outside to collect rain right away. I can claim this reward too, by the way. But if you see, is it here? It might be, yeah, it's here. It talks about you should have 3 barrels outside where rain can fall and 2 under cover, so you can put spare saplings in, right? That's kind of leaving you a hint saying that, hey, you're gonna need some water in the future challenges. So when you get to this challenge here, the one with the bucket, you're actually going to need 3 barrels worth of clay. So yeah, anyway, let's claim our reward. So what do I want? Do I want the Axe of Despair or the Pan of Destiny? I'm gonna go with the Pan of Destiny, simply because first off, I can fight people with it, which is pretty awesome. But also, check this out. I can do this. Bam. And I can actually cook stuff on it, which is the best part, because, can I just, yeah, that's how I break it. Okay. Because that's amazing, because you're actually gonna need to cook a lot of stuff. And instead of wasting 8 of your cobblestone on making a furnace, you can actually just use your Pan of Destiny to do all that cooking. Plus, you can fight, and kill mobs with it, which is a whole lot of fun, as you know if you've ever killed mobs before. But now that quest is done, so we can right-click to go back. And now we need this one. Well, look at all that stuff. We need a lot of strings, so why don't we see if we can get a silkworm? We might have gotten one from one of these backpacks. Nope, nada, nada be dada. So we gotta get another silkworm. We get a silkworm, not just another, because we don't have any in the first place. And hopefully we can infect this giant monster of a tree if we can get a silkworm. Silkworm? No. No silkworm. Well, that kind of sucks. I would like to get a silkworm so I can infect this monster, but apparently they don't want us to get silkworms today. Come on. Give me my silkworm. Not a silkworm. Not at the silkworm. That sucks. So I'm gonna use this dirt to get up here and move up and break some of this wood so that we can get up higher to these leaves and get some silkworms, hopefully. So I know we're gonna need like at least 2 trees worth of silkworms, or 2 trees worth of string. And again, you use these silkworms to infect your tree. So now you don't want to end up breaking this with you don't want to break this with your bare hand. You're gonna want to save your bare hand and actually break it with a crook, because that way you have the chance of getting a silkworm from it. Oh man, I would like to infect this entire tree, and that way we can skip the challenge of just having to get a million trees and put silks on them, but apparently it does not want to give us a silkworm today. So we're just gonna have to do this like this and see if we can get everything down. See if we can get everything done. Yeah, we haven't gotten a single silkworm yet, so that kind of sucks. Oh well. Anyway, it would help to have that axe now. Jesus. So anyway, guys, that's it for now. I will be back once I get a silkworm and once I get this infected tree, and because I know you guys don't want to sit here and watch me do this all episode, so I will be back in a moment once I get a infected monster of a tree, or multiple infected simple trees. That way we can get a challenge done, and that was just ridiculous. Alright, anyway, I'll be back. Alright guys, we're back, and just double checking to make sure. Yep, we are recording, that's for sure. And anyway, so I did a bunch of the cutting of that tree, and I infested it with silk, and we ended up getting almost a stack and a half of string. We got 15 silkworms, which I would like to start working on right now, because I want to cook up these silkworms in my frying pan. So all you do is you put them in there, and then you grab some fuel, so like some wood, and it'll start cooking them up, and the progress bar is right up here. As you can see, it's starting to go now. And those guys will cook up nice, and I think there's supposed to be a texture here, because it's silkworms, there's nothing there. And then as well, we can put our saplings in the barrel to get more dirt, which I've done a few times. But now that we've got our string, why don't we go ahead and complete some of the challenges. So one of the challenges is to get a bed. And the bed is something that I would have gotten anyway, because I killed 1 or 2 mobs in the night, and it was pretty scary. But that we're gonna want anyway. So another thing we would have gotten anyway is the fishing rod, which we had to make. That guy will provide us with tons and tons of food. And another thing that we again we would have gotten anyway is a sieve, which we can get by making some of these silk meshes and then putting them together, like so, like so, and then we get an oak sieve. And the last thing's last. I don't think that was the last. Yeah, the last thing's a wooden hammer, which I could have made beforehand, but I didn't. Cool, hammer. So now, as you can see, got all our stuff, which means we can claim our reward, or we need to, first we need to get our first stone before we can do that. So why don't we go ahead and get our sieve going, and we're going to place him inside, and let's go ahead and sieve up some dirt. So all you do is right click inside, you keep right clicking, you can even hold down right click and you'll continuously do that. And I don't want to throw away all my dirt, so I'm just going to do one more here. Perfect. And we got some grass seeds. Did we get anything else? What did we get? We got some pumpkin seeds. This is some wood from the tree. So that's really nice to have. And then we also got these stones, which we can turn into cobblestone. And now we should have our first stone. And now we can claim our reward. Now, because I've looked at the future challenges, I'm gonna pick sugarcane seeds. Okay. And what we got here was a stone axe, sugarcane seeds, and another quarter of a heart. And once we get 4 of these quarter of a heart, we can make a heart and then get a full life back. Pretty cool. So we got sugarcane, we got pumpkin, we got grass seeds. We didn't get any apples though from that, which was kind of sad to think about. But because we got a fishing rod, we can get lots of food. So let's go back, and now we've got 3 challenges unlocked. We can go fishing trip, where we can get a raw fish and submit it, and then we'll get a reed fishing rod. We can get a cooked fish or a quarter of a heart, plus any of these reward bags. Or we can go here and do melting stone, which we need an unfirmed crucible and an unfirmed clay bucket. That's where the clay comes from. Or we could even go to be resourceful and get sand, cobblestone, gravel, and dust and submit all 4 of them. That way we'll get a pick, half a heart, we'll get our stuff back, and either a full heart or a reward bag. Okay, so I think what we're going to go with is, I think we're going to start by going with this. Well, let's start with going with this. Okay, so we need 4 pieces of cobblestone. As of right now, we only have 3. So let's go ahead and sieve up another piece of dirt. And remember, the open hand is better to do because that way you won't accidentally put in another dirt if you don't want to waste all your dirt on it. Now we have our 4 cobblestone. So now what was the challenge? Well, we needed cobblestone, sand, gravel, and dust. So how we do this is we keep our 1 cobblestone, and what we do is we place down our other cobblestone and we break it with our hammer, and then we'll get gravel from it. So as you can see in the bottom right corner, we picked up some gravel. Pretty cool. So now we've got 1 gravel, which we now have. Now we can break 2 pieces of gravel into sand. So now we have our sand, and then sand we break into dust. So now we've got all 4 things. We have to submit them, so we can manual submit, and then we can choose. I'm gonna choose a reward bag. We can claim a reward, which will give us back our pieces of stone, half a heart, which we can combine with our quarter of a hearts, or quarters of a heart, to create a full heart. Pretty cool. Now let's consume you, and get us 4 remaining hearts, which is really cool. We have a pick of misfortune, and we also got a nice reward bag. Pretty cool. What did we get from that? We got a piece of paper with respiration 3. I don't know what that is. That was a bad choice. We could have gotten a full heart from that. Oh well. Anyway, so now we've got all these. Now what we can do actually with our dust. The reason why I chose this challenge is because I wanted to whoops is because I wanted to be able to get my clay. And if I were to choose the clay challenge first, then what would have happened? Whoops. If I were to choose the clay challenge first, then I would have made 3 dust when I could have finished this challenge first and already had the dust or the other things that we needed. So as you can see, I'm using the materials that I already got. So for those of you who are doing this and have to choose a challenge, I would recommend doing that challenge first, the challenge that I picked, because that honestly is the most efficient one to do. That way you're not wasting any time or resources doing anything weird like that. So anyway, so that challenge is complete, and now we're even going to be able to complete another challenge, which is our unfirmed clay doohickey challenge. And we also have to be very careful shifting around on these micro blocks, because we may end up falling off because of these micro blocks, which are very scary. But I just want to take advantage of the fact that I just got all these trees grown. Use a stone axe, which is so much faster to break wood. And then we can take advantage of all these naturally grown trees. See, this is why I spread out the trees a lot, because we get these naturally grown trees. They'll grow naturally, obviously, and then we don't waste any bone meal on growing trees, and we now get some wood. We get lots of wood, actually, which is really nice to have. So you'll notice in the future we're going to need quite a bit of wood. And wood is one of the things that, I mean, we can make an automated tree farm, which is really, and we can make it quite easily, actually. using something that I've done before. I haven't done before on the channel on this channel, but I have done it before in future or in previous modded Minecraft worlds using red power. But now we've got another thing that we can use. But we will definitely do that, and it doesn't use bone meal either, so or power. In fact, all it just does it. It's 100% self-sufficient, so that's really good. Anyway, yeah, so that's what it does. So let's just go ahead and do this. Get down this tree that is naturally grown and do that once more. And what is our next challenge? Well, our next challenge, as we looked at, was making those unfirmed bucket and unfirmed crucibles. So all we need to do is get our clay going like this, and our unfirmed bucket is just like that, and our unfirmed crucible is just like that, I believe, right? No? Oh, right, we have to mix it with bone meal first. We have to mix it with bone meal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just gonna try 5 because I don't know if it's 5 or 7. No, it's 7 that we need. So we mix the next 2 with bone meal. Then we get the porcelain clay, which we can then turn into an unfirmed crucible. And that means that this challenge, this challenge is already completed, which means this challenge should be completed. Yay. Now we need firming the pottery, which means we need a slab furnace. Now let's take a look at this slab furnace, because I've never made one of these before, so I want to see how you make one. Oh, that's pretty simple. That's interesting. Guess we won't need you anymore, will we? Cooked up 11 cooked silkworms, which then we can eat. Nom on. Yum, yum, yum. And we can go ahead and create one of these slab furnaces with some of the cobblestone we have, but we don't have enough cobblestone to make this just yet. Gonna have to sieve through the rest of this dirt that we have, and hopefully that spider is getting really annoying. Hopefully get enough. We're actually gonna need 6 cobblestone, so to do that, because we use 3 cobblestone to make us 6 slabs, and we actually need, looks like 8 slabs to do that. So I will be back in a moment once we get enough cobblestone to do this, and hopefully wrap up the episode. Alright guys, so we're back, and I just checked how much time we have. We don't have much time left, but I created that slab furnace 100%, and I think that's everything. So now we can claim a reward. Choose a reward bag. I'm gonna go with the lucky number 1 and claim my reward. And we've got that little tune playing, da 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 da. And we've got a nice, good reward bag, which will give us, ooh, advanced drawbridges. Those will help a lot in doing nothing that's useless. But anyway, for now it's useless. And our pan, then we don't need to use for firing anything anymore. All we need to use it for is killing things. So that is pretty cool. Now the episode will have to end off quite soon, because I've checked how much time we're in, and we're in quite far in over our heads here. But now that we've finished that, we've still got the fishing challenge to do, and we've now got dust in the wind challenge, which means getting some iron ore gravel, which is pretty easy to do. Or we can do I'm smelting, which means we can get all this good stuff. Now that means that we're going to need a lot more dirt, or we could get a cobblestone. We could get we're gonna have to get some dirt, so we can get more cobblestone, so that we can put it in our crucible, which I will then firm up in here. I'm gonna cook it up in here, and what this will do is, if we put a torch underneath it, which we can get by cooking up some of these guys, we can actually fire up some, well, actually, in fact, we should be able to break you. This is a crucible. We should be able to put you on top of a furnace and cook you up, or heat you up pretty much whatever you want to say. But once we get some more cobblestone, then what we can do, I just want to make this so that we're not wasting fuel. But once we get some more cobblestone, what we can do is put it in that crucible, and by heating it up, we can, by heating this up, we can melt the cobblestone into lava, and then get a cobblestone generator. And wow, that was quick. Just realized that what took us like a couple of episodes, like 4 or 5 episodes in the season 1, has now taken us the first episode in season 2. So, but yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. So, cool. Now I've also got some torches, so now we can, if we go outside, and here's a little trick. If you hit F7, it will show you every spot that mobs can spawn when it's nighttime. So yellow means they're going to spawn if there's no sun out. Red means that this is a place where they're going to spawn no matter what. So they can spawn there no matter what. Now, what I want to do, obviously, is light up all these areas. Simply because we don't want to have monsters spawning during the night at all. So, let's run up here and light everything up. Now, we don't have much time left in the episode, so now there's no places except for here that a mob can spawn. So now there's nowhere a mob can spawn, which is really good to have. So anyway, since we don't have much time left in the episode, I want to finish another challenge before the episode's over, because I want to do a bunch of challenges this episode. So I'm going to use my fishing rod and complete the fishing challenge. Now, to help us along a little bit, I'm going to place down, since we got some cobble slabs, let's throw that there. And if we just look straight up in the sky, this is one fishing method to use that will allow us to fish in a 1 block deep pool. Whoops. And it'll allow us to get our fishing rod actually in here to the point where we can catch a fish. Yay, we got a fish. And we got experience from a fish too. That's pretty cool. But instead of eating that fish, we're going to want to submit him into our fishing one. Manual submit. And I'm going to choose lucky number 1 again, claim reward. And now we've got a reed fishing rod, which can use bait. We've got a cooked fish, which is a snack, so that means it'll give us more food by eating it. And we got another quarter of a heart, which we can throw in here, along with a reward bag, which we can open up. You get nice. Wow, that was really, really good. Wow. Guys, wow. I don't know what else to say. That was really good. That was, wow. I'm going to do a plum sapling. Grow! Okay, it's not growing. Maybe we're in too small of an area. I don't know. Let's break you again. Because the thing is, I do not want to waste all my bone meal on this, but I want to get it done. And we eat our cooked fish, a snack will actually fulfill 1 full heart instead of only half of a heart. So that's pretty nice, don't you think? Pretty nice, pretty nice. And let's go ahead and do this, and a couple of this. And be able to get us, I just want to get rid of these leaves as fast as possible so we can grow this plum tree, because like, I'm excited, guys, because that's a food supply, that's a food source. If I say food supply, it's a food source. So, definitely want to take advantage of that food source. So yeah, anyway, to end the episode off, I would like to grow this plum tree, and that will provide us with tons of food, which we are in dire need of. Oh, he fell off. Fuck you. Anyway, so, let's get you to grow. Boom. What? What? Now these guys, I think we need to wait for them to grow. Right, I think. Because by breaking them, we get what? Ooh, I got a plum. Okay, let's see. It's a morsel. Wow, but that's awesome. Isn't that awesome? And then we just get a normal oak tree. That is really cool, but I don't think we can get more plum saplings from it. But I'm going to wait for these to grow and see if we can get anything better from them. It takes a long time to break and stuff, so I'll definitely look that up on the internet, see what's going on with these millions of saplings we just got. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and that's it for today. Just as usual, like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.